just yesterday, we filmed for hours.
5 hours.
Putting a bunch of new episodes together. We even filmed a Philadelphia episode.
Yeah.
And they have the audacity to put out new jerseys today?
Well, they're not new.
Yeah, I guess recycling is very big in Philadelphia.
But we're removing a stripe.
Yay. Next on Ugly Thirds. So, first and foremost, we're kind of like guerrilla warfaring this. I basically
I'd like
kidnapped you.
We've eliminated Phil.
Yeah, Phil is at work. What a sucker.
Yeah.
So much for summer vacation. We're educators. And so we're just like, look, news came out this morning. We're like, oh crap, how do we put something together?
Yeah.
And it just ended up being easier to kidnap you here than trying to figure out Zoom again.
This was done on Zoom, well, poorly on Zoom for about 6 minutes, and then Zoom shut down, so...
Yay!
Ta-da.
So Philadelphia has new uniforms coming.
Let's not completely give them the credit that they're going for in this one. This is not the rebrand we were expecting.
No, there were leaks that said essentially this, but it's not like it's a good rebrand.
No, it's... You've seen it before.
This is, first off, let's just get rid of, like, the third jersey stays.
Yep.
That terrible Stadium Series jersey that they've just put on life support for far too long. From the first Pittsburgh Philly Stadium Series.
Yeah.
Just keeps going and going for reasons I don't understand. And so they okay, it's back. Yay.
Yeah.
And then the second one, the home and road. Okay, so let's talk about, this is what they've been wearing, or at least essentially it's the Reebok version. Adidas changed some basic elements. The cut, essentially. Plain white to orange, plain black to white, nothing happening here.
Nothing dynamic.
Before the Edge era, they wore these. The Lindros era.
Which I quite like.
Well, yeah, I think we said very good things about them.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a black stripe here, and we have an orange stripe here before black. And now we have this size of stripe with no black outline and no extra stripe. And the hemline stripe is this one. It's just a black stripe that when they're wearing, when it's on a uniform, you can't see it because the pants are also black. So that's it.
That's it.
Oh, and an ad. Don't forget the ad in nice blue. Flyers blue. Yeah, that's great. I love that.
From our starter series.
Basically, yes. That's coming soon. That's all the orange one is. And
that's
then,
it.
That's it.
I wish there was more to say about it, but this rebrand is kind of like a retooling.
Yeah, because they adjusted the orange a bit.
Wait, we've toned it down from orange to orange. We've taken the hex code and we've trimmed it by 2.
And I'll put up the differences in the logos, which is minimal.
Yeah.
I like the first joke. Someone pointed out that in 1999 Japan changed their flag. Did you know Japan changed their flag in 1999? They did. Mm-hmm. It's this. It's slightly less red. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Why?
It's the same thing. I manufacturing color flag
I
colors. I don't like. And it's the same thing with the flag.
I guess.
It's better than the highlighter.
So it's
orange?
not a rebranding. It's kind of like a retooling, but
yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a complete overhaul. And why do it? Why are we doing this before we go into a brand new template next year with Fanatics?
We just don't know what that's going to be.
Yeah.
And maybe they're trying to... look, Buffalo rebranded right before Reebok came in.
Yeah.
Toronto and Florida rebranded right before Adidas came in. I'm sure there's other examples.
Yeah, and they kept that look through.
Right.
They just took that look and put it onto their template.
If anything, it might be a way for Fanatics to say, look, this is what we did before. This is what it is now. Look, it's the same. You're not losing anything in this transition. I don't know enough about manufacturing to say that. There is I guess let's talk about the white before I give my one complaint in this.
Which is
rebrand.
strange because you never complain about
I know,
anything.
I never. So, the white they wear now, ish, again, it's the Reebok version. And the white they used to wear, okay, again, white to orange, black to orange, lot wider stripe, black line separating, much chunkier orange stripe, and then a black stripe here.
Okay.
And then if you look at the new one, it is this size stripe with no black line. Like literally, oh, and the hemline is this one. So all they did was take away this and take away this.
I wonder what the thought process is. I wonder who's been sitting there for years being like, I can't stand that sleeve stripe. It needs to
I
go.
mean, the only thing I can think of is when you look at the numbers, they bleed over.
From orange to white.
Right, like they're deliberately too big.
Right.
And so they've made it chunkier. And that's where my real complaint is. When you look at the sleeve numbers, they're one color. They're just white on the white version, which means on the orange stripe.
Right.
They're just black on the orange one, which means on the white stripe.
Okay.
So they look unfinished. Especially when you consider on the back, they have kept this exact same thing. It's still orange with a black outline. We know they have the black nameplates on the white. I haven't seen a back of the orange yet, but I assume the white nameplates are staying because it's actually the historical one. And then the sleeve numbers are one color. Two color, one color. It's the one element that truly looks unfinished. But I mean, the whole thing looks unfinished because like why get rid this stripe? I think does so much more. If anything, I would take this exact jersey and add a black stripe and not ever mention it.
No.
No one would ever have to know.
Nobody would know.
It would take someone as pedantic as us to actually realize this.
Shallow.
And pedantic.
Pedantic.
So, rebrand?
A tweak?
Yeah, I mean,
Retweak?
they're treating it like it's this whole big thing. There's a whole press release and a website with pictures that pop up as you scroll and everything. And it's like...
Well, not to knock the team, but they are going through a retooling, not necessarily in a jersey sense, but as a franchise. We're moving on from players. We're trying to figure out the future. What else do they have to offer their fan base right now?
I guess.
So this might be a perfect time to be like, hey, you know what? New look us. New look-ish us.
That third jersey still kills me. Like, why are they dragging that?
I don't know.
It's fine, but none of us own it. I think for a reason.
Yeah, it exists.
It exists.
It does nothing for me.
I mean, if you want a black third jersey, like why hasn't this made a comeback? Which again, orange stripe.
Yeah.
Or, do it this version just black and white. Okay. Or make a black version of their Winter Classic jersey with the black shoulders. I thought that was an excellent look and do something with that, but they're just not. It is a creatively bankrupt franchise, which. I realize this logo is untouchable. No one's going to mess with that. I get that. And the shoulder striping is not going to be touched. But there's got to be something more that we can do to mix this up a little bit, especially in a third jersey. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
That, like, how many people are actually going to rush out and buy this because it's so similar?
I doubt people are going to be, unless you're a true collector. Unless you're like us, you have to have every of your favorite team. And I would find that to be more annoying. Like, people right now would be like, why I have to go out and get another set of these jerseys?
When it looks so similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's it.
So that's the jersey news. That's our hot take. And I can't wait to send this day when everyone's like, oh, what do you think of the new Flyers jerseys? Link. Feel free to share this around, right? We don't have Phil here to do the dirty work.
I need 6 minutes of your time. That's it.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh yeah.
What else does he say?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Maybe I can mispronounce something on the slide.
No, leave Phil alone.
Phil. All right. Leave a comment. Let us know. Yeah. What are your thoughts? Are you going to buy one? I think that's the biggest question. Are you going to go out and buy one?
Rather, tell us why you aren't going to buy one.
That too. So, he's Shrems. I'm John. For Phil, we miss you.
Take us out, Phil.